Mind Matters, Living with Social Anxiety. Welcome back to Mind Matters. Today we're talking about something that affects millions of people, often silently, and is frequently misunderstood. We're talking about social anxiety disorder. Not shyness. Not introversion. Not simply being quiet. But a deep, intense fear of being judged, criticized, embarrassed, or rejected in social situations. If your heart races before speaking in a group, if you replay conversations in your head for hours, if you avoid events because you're afraid of saying the wrong thing, this episode is for you. Take a slow breath with me. You are not alone. Segment 1. What is social anxiety disorder? Social anxiety disorder is characterized by an intense, persistent fear of social or performance situations where a person may be exposed to possible scrutiny by others. This fear goes beyond normal nervousness. Most people feel anxious before a presentation. But with social anxiety, the fear is disproportionate. It happens frequently. It leads to avoidance. It interferes with daily life. Common feared situations include public speaking, meeting new people, eating in front of others, answering questions in class, job interviews, group conversations, being the center of attention. The core fear is this: what if they think I'm stupid? What if I embarrass myself? What if they reject me? Segment 2. How social anxiety feels internally. Let's step inside the experience. Imagine walking into a room full of people. Your heart starts racing. Your hands sweat. Your face feels hot. Your voice trembles. Your mind floods with thoughts. They're looking at me. I look awkward. I don't belong here. I'm going to say something wrong. The body reacts as if it's in danger. But the danger is social evaluation. And here's something important. People with social anxiety often know their fear is irrational. But knowing doesn't stop the feeling. Segment 3. The difference between shyness and social anxiety. Shyness is a personality trait. Social anxiety is a mental health condition. Shy people may feel uncomfortable, but they can still participate. People with social anxiety disorder often avoid events entirely, experience extreme distress, suffer before, during, and after interactions, replay conversations repeatedly. It's not about lacking social skills. It's about fear of judgment. Segment 4. The core fear, judgment and rejection. At the heart of social anxiety is one powerful belief. If people truly see me, they will reject me. This fear may develop from childhood criticism, bullying, public embarrassment, high-pressure parenting, trauma. Over time, the brain becomes hypersensitive to social threat. Neutral facial expressions are interpreted as disapproval. Silence in a conversation feels like failure. The mind fills in gaps with worst-case interpretations. Segment 5. The social anxiety cycle. Here's the cycle. 1. Upcoming social event. 2. Anticipatory anxiety. 3. Catastrophic thoughts. 4. Physical symptoms. 5. Avoidance or safety behaviors. 6. Temporary relief. 7. Reinforced fear. Safety behaviors might include avoiding eye contact, rehearsing sentences mentally, speaking very little, over-apologizing, checking phone to avoid interaction. These behaviors reduce anxiety short-term but maintain it long-term. Segment 6. Impact on life. Social anxiety can affect career growth, dating and relationships, friendships, academic performance, self-esteem. Some people turn down promotions, avoid networking, stay silent in meetings, not because they lack ability, but because fear overrides confidence. Segment 7. Treatment and recovery. The good news: social anxiety disorder is treatable. 1. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. CBT helps identify distorted thoughts like, "They all think I'm awkward." and replace them with, "I don't know what they're thinking." Some may not even notice. 2. Exposure therapy. Gradual, repeated exposure to feared situations. Small steps. Making small talk with a cashier. Asking a question in a meeting. Attending a small gathering. Exposure retrains the brain to see social interaction as safe. 3. Social skills training. Sometimes helpful when confidence has been reduced by years of avoidance. 4. Medication. SSRIs are commonly prescribed and can significantly reduce symptoms. Segment 8. Practical coping tools. Before social events. Limit caffeine. Practice slow breathing. Write down realistic thoughts. During interactions. Focus on the other person. Listen actively. Allow pauses in conversation. Afterward. Avoid excessive rumination. Challenge negative self-evaluations. Ask, "Is there actual evidence I embarrassed myself?" Segment 9. Building long-term confidence. Recovery is not about becoming the most outgoing person in the room. It's about participating despite fear, accepting imperfection, tolerating discomfort, developing self-compassion. Confidence is built through action, not waiting to feel ready. Closing. If you struggle with social anxiety, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not awkward. You are not broken. You are not unworthy. Your brain learned to see social situations as threatening. But it can learn something new. Healing takes courage, and every small step counts. If social anxiety is interfering with your life, consider reaching out to a licensed mental health professional. You deserve connection. You deserve belonging. You deserve to be seen without fear. Take one slow breath with me before we close. Inhale. Exhale. Thank you for listening to Mind Matters. Until next time, be gentle with yourself.